Hi, I'm Liz Schrum of the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show, brought to you by Grant Thornton and Madison Gas and Electric. On today's show, Tom Still, in his commentary, talks about a surprising growth industry for Wisconsin, professional golf tournaments. And Shawn Baxter, Vice President of Kayser Automotive Group, talks about the rise in auto sales and how dealers view changing consumer needs. I'll be right back with the WisBusiness.com stock report for late June 2010.
When someone you count on anticipates your needs, your job becomes a whole lot easier. Grant Thornton clients get advice and recommendations from partners in the U.S. and through member firms worldwide. Grant Thornton.
And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for late June 2010. Rising state biotech. Good news on the biotech and entrepreneurial fronts. Quincy Bioscience completes its move to a new Madison facility, 4 times the size of its previous location. The company uses calcium binding technology to fight the effects of aging. In a second development, Promega and Cellular Dynamics, 2 other Madison area firms, announced their collaboration on a project to accelerate the process of drug discovery. In-state gubernatorial candidates acknowledge the power of stem cell research, though only one, Tom Barrett, backs research using embryonic cells. And falling, bank balance sheets. While many of America's biggest banks have made headlines by quickly repaying their TARP money, it seems unlikely that Wisconsin banks will be following suit anytime soon. In all, the feds have invested more than $2.5 billion to beef up the capital levels of 20 banks based in Wisconsin. Experts say the fragile economy and the danger of more loans turning sour probably will lead most to hang on to the TARP money as a cushion against losses from bad debt. That's a WisBusiness.com stock report. Go to WisBusiness.com for more on these and other stories. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Luring the likes of Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, and Ernie Els to Wisconsin for a golf tournament may seem like a transitory event, given the putt-and-run nature of professional golf. But the dollars left behind by the pros, their fans, and sponsors can be an economic hole-in-one for host states. The recent announcement that the 2017 U.S. Open will be held in Kettle Moraine's Erin Hills Golf Course continues Wisconsin's run of attracting frontline golf tournaments and the revenue that follows as surely as the fan gallery. The PGA Championship will return in August to Kohler's Whistling Straits, where the tournament was held for the first time in 2004. An economic impact study of the 2004 PGA Championship concluded it brought in more than 300,000 fans and $76 million for Wisconsin's economy. Of that total, $46 million came from outside Wisconsin. 3 years later, the U.S. Senior Open Championship at Whistling Straits drew about 188,000 fans and generated about $20 million for the state economy. During the next decade, 6 championship golf events will be held here. This year's PGA Championship, the 2011 U.S. Amateur at Erin Hills, the 2012 U.S. Women's Open at Black Wolf Run, the 2015 PGA at Whistling Straits, the 2017 U.S. Open at Erin Hills, and the 2020 Ryder Cup at Whistling Straits. The economic impact of the 2017 U.S. Open could surpass $200 million, according to one estimate. That seems like an ambitious shot off the tee until the number is compared with the San Diego State analysis of the 2008 U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. That economic benefit was estimated at $142 million. So $200 million a decade later may not be out of bounds. There are many reasons why Wisconsin's tee time on the pro circuit has finally arrived. Challenging, well-designed courses, a comfortable summer climate, a long tradition of catering to golfers and tourists, and a growing roster of pro and ex-pro golfers to tell Wisconsin's story. 2 state agencies charged with economic development, commerce, and tourism have worked well together, and it probably doesn't hurt to have a governor, Jim Doyle, who's an avid golfer. Most important, Wisconsin has determined patrons in Herb Kohler, chairman and CEO of the Kohler Company, Bob Lang, the original owner of Erin Hills, and current Erin Hills owner Andy Ziegler. They insist on quality at every turn and are tireless ambassadors for the state within the golfing world. This is not to suggest Wisconsin wants an economy built on golf. Manufacturing, agriculture, technology, and other sectors will define the state for decades to come. But if a state known for its cold winters can also attract crowds and cameras while the weather is warm, so much the better.
Thanks, Tom. I'm back with Shawn Baxter, Vice President of Kayser Automotive Group in Madison. Thanks for joining us, Shawn.
Hi, Liz. Thanks.
Sales of new vehicles in Wisconsin are up from the same period 1 year ago. What are the factors driving that increase?
Well, there's two major factors, I would say. A year ago, we found two major automakers in bankruptcy and being bailed out by the government, which had a significant impact on consumer confidence in the automotive industry. This year, we are not plagued by that, so we're seeing consumer confidence come up. We're also seeing an improved economy, which is making folks a lot more comfortable buying big-ticket items like automobiles.
Let's get more specific about the nature of those sales. Tell us the rough breakdown between new cars, SUVs, trucks, and other vehicles, and how that may reflect changing consumer lifestyles.
The industry is still, the rough breakdown of the industry right now for year-to-date 2010 is roughly 50% passenger cars, 20% SUVs, and the balance 30% of being trucks. And I think you'll see that continue to develop in the passenger car segment as new products come along that are more fuel efficient, and you'll see that segment grow.
The continuing oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico is a reminder that we may need to rethink how we power our transportation needs. Shawn, how do Wisconsin auto dealers view that transition?
Well, we definitely embrace that transition. I think that is certainly the future. We rely heavily on the manufacturers to deliver products that the consumers are demanding, and you're seeing that definitely in the trends of what is selling today. So when you look at the products available, especially from Ford that has been developing some really great cars and technology over the last 5 years, you're starting to see consumers demand that, and we're being able to provide them cars that they really enjoy and are happy about buying. So we embrace that technology, and hopefully that continues, and we'll be able to provide more fuel-efficient vehicles and not have to rely so much on that oil.
Thanks, Shawn, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by Grant Thornton and MG&E. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum. See you next time.